What's going on, gardeners? It's Jacob out here at the Blue Lake Natural Discovery Garden. I wanted to bring you all along with me and show you some really common weeds that you might find in your garden, as well as how to control them. And as an added bonus, I wanted to give you a few pointers about preventing those weeds from popping up in the first place. I cannot stress enough the importance of prevention when it comes to controlling weeds in the garden. And there are a bunch of different ways to prevent weeds from getting established in the garden. So this won't be a comprehensive list by any means, but first I want to cover as much ground as I possibly can, either with mulch such as a bark mulch, or my favorite way is to plant as many native and ornamental ground covers as I possibly can, because that really healthy ground cover layer will prevent weed seeds from coming in and establishing in the garden, and will also discourage roots of weedy plants from popping up through the middle. Number two, I want to disturb the soil as little as possible. And what do I mean by disturb? Well, basically, I mean to say that if I don't have to dig out or grub out the roots of a weed, then I'm not going to. I'm just going to cut it at the base, because digging it out will disturb the soil, bring new weed seeds to the top, and potentially create more of a problem for me later on. Third, if I do find that I have some weeds in the garden, I want to get them out early, before they develop seeds and before they develop a robust root system. And finally, I want to avoid watering weeds. If I am trying to establish some native or ornamental plants and they need a little bit of water through the dry summer months, then I want to deliver that water right to the base of the plant, either with a garden hose, a watering can, or a really efficient drip irrigation system. So the first weed we are going to check out here today is called Willow Herb. Now, Willow Herb is a cool season annual, meaning it completes its entire life cycle within a year, and it grows best in the spring and fall when the temperatures are still cool. And it definitely goes to flower and then to seed really quickly, so we want to address it before it gets that process underway. Looks something like this. I've already pulled this one out here just so you can see. It's got those like sort of saw-shaped edges around the edge. And it doesn't reproduce really readily from the roots, so I'm actually just going to cut it at the base if I can, using this Korean weeding tool. This is called a ho-mi, and all I have to do is grab the plant by the top, and you can see there, I've just cut it at the base. I've disturbed the soil less, and it's not going to come back. All right, so the second weed we're going to check out here today is called creeping wood sorrel. Now, creeping wood sorrel is a perennial weed, meaning it doesn't just die after a year. It's also a weed that we want to pluck out by the roots, because if we cut it at the base, it's just going to resprout. It looks a little something like this. It's got 3 leaflets, kind of a purpley hue to them. And eventually it's going to produce a yellow flower and then go to seed. So we definitely want to control it before it gets to that point. Let me just bring you a little bit closer and show you how I'm plucking it out. So really all I'm trying to do here is to find the base of the plant and then gently tug upward, see how much of the root I can get out. So I'm going to search around a bit. So I see the base of, or I feel the base. I'll gently pull up. Didn't get too much of the root there. Let's try again. Here we go. A little bit better that time, you see. Then I'll just repeat that for the rest. I got a little bit more to go. And the final weed we're going to check out here today is called dock. In this case, this is a broadleaf dock. This is a little baby one that I found, but as they get older, they get some red blotches on the stems, a little bit on the leaves as well. This is a perennial weed, and another case of a weed that we want to dig out by the taproot. And in my opinion, the best tool for that is a hori-hori. So that's what I'm going to do with this dock plant right here. Just Put the hori-hori in all the way down to the bottom of the taproot and pop it up. And there you have it. The fact of the matter is that all gardens have weeds, but it's how you control those weeds that makes all of the difference. Being able to identify what weeds are in your garden and their different life cycles will make a world of difference in terms of controlling them. And I encourage you to control them with tools, not toxic chemicals, to help keep wildlife and your community safe. So until next time, this is Jacob at the Natural Gardening Team reminding you to garden more with fewer chemicals.